The best way to double your revenue is to actually instead think about how you would 10x it. And I know that sounds crazy, okay, but hear me out. My business grew by 50% last year. We are on track to double that to hit 200, if not 300K this year. And I did all of that by asking myself one super simple question. What would it take to 10x this? Answering that one simple question will give you more perspective on the real obstacles holding you back than anything else. And it led me to 3 massive realizations about what I had to change to actually achieve my financial goals. And if you do all 3, you will grow your business faster than you ever thought possible. And thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. So for the longest time, I did everything in my business by myself. I'm serious. I answered every single customer service email, negotiated all of my own brand deals. I edited all of my own videos. And at the time, I was proud of this. The problem with running your business entirely by yourself is that everything depends on you. Your capacity, your energy, your health, your work ethic, all of that is the biggest bottleneck in your business. If you are sick for a week, God help you, right? Like your business is ground to a halt. I had friends that hired sooner and grew faster than I did. And seeing their growth and just sitting with the fact that, man, I do not have great health, right? There's stuff wrong with me all the time, it feels like. And that sucks. It sucks that that is the limiting factor here. And so eventually I realized I had to stop being so obsessed with doing everything by myself. I had to relinquish some control. I had to get comfortable with delegating, and I had to hire someone. I had to hire someone to help me or I was gonna go insane. Putting off hiring help in your business is costing you money. It is costing you opportunity cost of expanding your revenue. And if you really want to grow your business faster, you have to get help. Not therapy, though maybe, I don't know. I don't know your situation. I mean like operational help. I mean help with video editing. I mean help with something. And if you want to figure out what that is, here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down everything you do in your business in any given week, okay? Every single regular task that you're responsible for accomplishing. And once you have that list, ask yourself, would I still be doing this if I 10x'd my revenue? Would this still be my job? Or would I hire a contractor for it, right? Would I have an employee potentially handle this for me? And to everything that is an immediate hard no, things that you would not still be doing if you grew your business, things like order packing, video editing, etc., all of the admin stuff, right? Those things should be your first hires. And I would give special weight to the things that take the most time. So if order packing is taking you 5 hours a week, hire someone, please, dear God. If video editing is taking you 8 hours a week, hire someone, right? And the things that are a hard yes, the tasks that actually you have to do and they drive the business, things like making art, creating content, designing new products, those are the things that you have to go all in on. And that's hopefully what hiring someone to help you will allow you to do, right? You are freeing up your calendar to spend more time on the things that actually matter. And for me, the first hard no, the first task that I just absolutely had to outsource was video editing. So I hired a video editor. Her name is Patrice. She's amazing. And then I hired another one, right? And I added on more to my team. And suddenly I had 8 hours a week of free time that I hadn't had before. Time that I could spend helping students or writing new scripts for more videos or running ads or writing newsletters or doing a whole host of things that I should still be doing in my own business that still drive revenue, that are important for me to do. But video editing, answering emails, packing orders, those things don't actually require you to do them. You can find someone amazing, someone incredible to add onto your team to take that off of your plate, and they might actually love that task. They might find a ton of joy and fulfillment in it. You don't know, right? And now, a year later, since I realized that, I have a whole team. I have like 4 core team members aside from me, and then 4 other contractors that I work with as needed on various projects. And It's incredible. I feel like a whole new world has opened up to me. I wake up every morning and I have notifications on Slack that things are happening and I'm not doing them. And like, wow, it's a great feeling to have. I want everyone to experience this. And while I have a large team now, you should start with just one person. Even if that's just a friend helping you pack orders a few hours a week, or someone to edit your videos for you, that one thing, that one first hire will change everything. The next big thing that I realized is that focusing too much on brand deals and YouTube AdSense was quietly capping my growth. It was putting this ceiling on how much I could make. And I have been around for a hot second on YouTube, okay? I've been posting content since 2020. I have a lot of friends that are also content creators. Friends that have 10x my following, that get hundreds of thousands of views per video, and I only get like 10,000 views a video now. And I'm fine with that, to be clear. But talking to these friends made me realize they're not making 10x what I am. These creators are still relying almost entirely on AdSense and sponsorships, which is great, but it's difficult to scale. It's really, really hard to scale, and your earning potential is completely tied to your views. And in practice, this means that you are stuck on the content hamster wheel forever, always chasing views and viral videos, and if the view count slips, if your average dips below a certain amount, the rates brands are willing to pay you will slip too. And so the big change that I made was to focus on more of my own products, to offer more products and services to my audience. And the first thing that I did here was to write a book, which is, I know, not like a super approachable or easy suggestion for you to implement, but it worked for me, okay? I wrote a book. I distilled like all of the things that I had learned over like 4 or 5 years posting content on YouTube into 200 pages, which is a lot, but I think that it's truly the most comprehensive guide there is out there to starting and scaling a creative business on social media. That was largely the thing responsible for that 50% increase last year. And so I continued doing that. I kept launching new products and hosting paid workshops for the first time. And I have so many amazing case studies and testimonials and results that I've helped my clients achieve. And so I'm just leveraging that, right? I'm just helping other folks grow their business and enjoying that process. And last fall, I launched a paid community, and all of my new revenue, all of it, is from these new products and services, these new offers that I have. And I know all of you watching, most of you watching at least, are probably like artists and creatives, and you have mostly, I assume, product-based businesses. And so you already have things for sale. You already have things like stickers and prints and originals and commissions, and maybe you do licensing or whatever it is, right? And to be clear, that is an amazing foundation to have. All of you are in a really great spot to grow your business. But there's one thing that I'm willing to bet most of you are neglecting, and those are high ticket offers, things that cost hundreds to thousands of dollars for your customers to purchase. Having more products at a wide variety of price points, like a wide variety, was the thing that made the biggest difference for me. I would strongly advise every single person watching this to really consider having a wide variety of price points in their business, like 20 bucks, $2K, right? 20 bucks, $2,000. See what works, right? Because if you have someone in your audience that is willing to spend 20 bucks, you probably have one person that's willing to spend 2,000, and you don't know unless you ask, right? You won't know what someone is willing to buy from you unless you give them the option to buy that thing from you. And to be clear, it is still totally worth it to sell low ticket. Those folks will come back at some rate and purchase your more expensive items, but you have to have those higher ticket offers. Those higher ticket offers are what's actually going to make the math of your business work out without requiring you to post 24/7, which none of us want to do, let's be honest. And they make the whole thing just more possible. Before we talk about the next major realization that I had that helped me double the revenue of my business, I want to briefly thank Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Because once you have those new high ticket offers that I mentioned, you'll need a place to sell them. And that's where having a website comes in. I have been using Squarespace since 2018, nearly a decade, which is well before they ever paid me to talk about them. And the reason that I keep coming back is just how easy they are to use, like how fast I can build something that looks good and fits my brand. When I launched that book 2 years ago, I needed a sales page. I wanted to go all out for this launch, and Squarespace's Fluid Engine system and their design features had me up and running in like maybe an hour. I could drag and drop images and text and buttons wherever I wanted them. I had so much fun with this design process. And you can change the look of your entire site from colors to fonts in just a few clicks. And now they are starting to roll out these really exciting animation features, meaning you can give your site all of the interactivity and animations of something hand-coded that would cost you like 10 grand from a developer without ever having to know what terms like CSS or JavaScript mean. God knows I don't. And whether you're selling an online course, physical products, or even in-person appointments and services, Squarespace can handle it all in one place. If you want to give it a try, go to squarespace.com/Kelsey Rodriguez and use my code Kelsey Rodriguez for 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. But once I had my new team in place and my offers dialed in, I hit a different wall. Think about your business like an engine. Everything we've done so far, hiring help, building out your offers, all of that makes the engine better, more efficient, able to go faster, etc. But the best engine in the world can't move without gas. And your audience, aka leads, aka possible customers, are gas. People need to find you, discover your work, and enter your world. Otherwise, you have built a very beautiful, very efficient engine that nonetheless will never go anywhere, which is not the goal. And as I was thinking about this for my own business, there's one obvious solution, right? And that is to post more here on YouTube or to have the videos that I do post just perform better on average, right? And sure, I agree. That is a very, very kind of like obvious, clear solution to this problem, but it kind of still involves my labor, right? Like, I have to be the one filming these videos. I have to be the one writing these scripts. It's my knowledge, it's my expertise, right? And so I wanted to explore other possible solutions here. I realized there are actually 3 sources of leads, aka gas, for this engine. The first is organic, like I mentioned. For me, this is YouTube. For you, it could be TikTok, Instagram, Substack, what have you. People that find you on these platforms and stick around will already like you, right? Like, you know some facts about me. Maybe you like me. I hope so. If not, where are you watching? But you probably know some bit about me and my business and my journey, right? Over time, you will gain that knowledge. And that builds trust, right? This time that we have spent together, this builds trust. But the trade-off is that organic content is slow. Essentially, what you are doing is like you're sowing seeds that you might harvest later, but you have to build this trust first, this awareness, this knowledge of who you are, what you do, what you offer. And the massive benefit of organic is, frankly, that it's free, right? It doesn't cost you anything to post content on YouTube or Instagram, just time, a lot of time. But once you figure out what works on organic, the next lever will become way more impactful. Paid ads on platforms like Facebook and Instagram will get you reach and results faster than anything else. That is true. But what you need to realize is that your success with paid ads will live or die based on the quality of that creative, the ad itself, right? If you don't know how to make good video content, if you don't have your call to action dialed in, if you don't know how to persuade your ideal customer that your products are worth it, your ads are not going to perform. People often view paid ads as a solution to failing with organic, but I think that's a mindset that will lead to a massive waste of money. It is better to figure out what works on organic first and then put ad spend behind it. That's what I have done, and every single one of my paid ad campaigns since I started about 6-ish months ago have been profitable. I have a machine that I've built that I can put $1 into and get $2 out. So right now, I'm like funneling as much money as humanly possible into that machine. And Again, I only know how to do that because I know how to make organic content. Do you have to be an expert in organic to make paid ads work? No, absolutely not. But I would suggest that you consider testing things out first on organic and then making distilled versions of the things that do work for paid ads. The third source of gas for your engine, aka leads for your business, are in-person events. These are things like speaking engagements, art fairs, conventions. The benefits of these events that you will build trust really, really fast. There is just something special about being with someone in person that builds trust faster than behind a screen. And usually in these environments, people are primed to purchase, right? They are there to buy something. The trade-off is that reach is fundamentally limited, and these events cost money. That said, though, one really great talk or table at a convention can give you opportunities and connections that you would not have acquired 6 months into posting organic or running paid ads, right? You can make amazing connections. Those connections can give you more opportunities, more collaborators to work with for organic, like the works, right? And it's incredible. But you have to have a system in place to capitalize on those new customers, those new contacts, those new opportunities. If you don't keep in touch with those customers that showed up in person, met you, know facts about you, and bought something, like, you are missing out on an incredible pool of possible repeat customers. So the choice that I made was not to focus on just one. I'm doing all three. I'm trying it out. We're going to see how it goes, okay? I am continuing to post here on YouTube. I am also experimenting with Instagram. I'm running paid ads on Facebook and Instagram, and I am beginning to speak at more events like virtual conferences and even in person at things like Lightbox Expo this October. I know, I'm so hyped. It's going to be so good. The talk that I'm going to give at this event, it's going to blow your minds. It's going to be so exciting. But this is only possible, again, because I now have a team, okay? In the past, I have been very, very firm that I believe that you should just focus on one platform at a time. And I think that is true. I think that is true when you are one person. And you watching this are probably still one person. For that situation, you cannot afford to split your focus, okay? You have to go all in on content on one platform. Look at me, okay? I am 6 years into this, okay? I began posting in May of 2020. I am just now posting on 2 platforms. To summarize, the best way to double your revenue before the end of the year is to think about how you would 10x your business. You gotta think about how to 10x in order to 2x. And this means building a team that frees you up to do more of the work that only you can do, to create offers at a range of price points, and to pour more fuel on the engine of your business through a more concerted, deliberate strategy in audience building. And if you want help with this, if you are truly so confused about what content works on organic, I actually helped an artist very recently go from 4,000 views on her Instagram Reels to 400,000, and I made a whole video on that. I will link it on the screen right now. You should watch that one next, okay? It's really good, I promise. You're gonna love it and you're gonna have a good time, and I will see you there. Bye.